I'm rich in real life.
Got so many motherfuckers hating on me.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
My money never run out.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
This ain't no come up.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
City to city.
Rich in real life.
Got so many motherfuckers hating on me.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
My money never run out.
Rich in real life.
This ain't no come up.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
Just having enough money that covers your lifestyle, if that makes sense.
Yeah. How I always look at rich in real life is freedom. I always tell people, I go to sleep when I'm tired, wake up when I'm not. You know what I mean?
Nah,
So-
the way you put it like that, yeah, I can see that for
that's-
sure.
But also, and that's just on the entrepreneur side, right? Getting older. But I also look at being rich as all right, so the pandemic showed me something, right? I started thinking about this in real life. The pandemic, a lot of scammers came out, even drug dealers, right? People would catch licks. And people will like, they'll come out balling, throw 10,000 in the club in ones, bottles. And then you see them hide. I'm talking about, these are the big flexers. You'll see them go out,
Big
get
bottles.
yachts, Miami, Lamborghinis, all that go crazy.
Right.
But then they tuck away for like a couple weeks until the next lick come.
Okay.
Then they back outside. I'm like, yo, y'all live off of come-ups. It's not consistent.
Okay. So you talking about that
But
consistent,
that's not-
steady flow, though.
Exactly. So
Okay.
it's like, man, I'm like, and everybody always been trying to say, yo, Chef, how you getting that money? I got people caught me up in that crowd of those guys. Like, nah, man, I've been making that consistent with legal money grind. So like, that rich. I'm like, nah, man, I'm rich in real life. I don't scam or hustle and then have to tuck away and hide. Anything you do, if you can be consistent and actually get it, I think that's rich in real life. You know what I mean? Some people get confused with rich from wealthy. If you look, I had to look it up because people say, yo, you rich. I'm like, no, I'm not rich.
Yeah.
I still feel broke. And the definition of rich is like, being able to go on vacations, buy the car, get a car, get a decent car. You know what I mean? You get a Benz and you go on vacation 3 times a year. You eat out at dinners. That's considered rich. And then look at the definition of rich in America is where you make more than twice the amount of American money.
Damn.
So the average American makes between $40,000 to $50,000 a year. Household makes between about $80,000 to $90,000 a year average. And it says by the IRS, anybody who makes over $130,000 a year is not considered rich. It's in your top 20% of Americans.
Okay.
$130,000 a year. And that's kind of cool. That's consistent money. You make $130,000 a year, you pay rent, you go on vacation twice a year, you eat
Damn.
out. That's rich in real life because you're really consistent with it. Now, wealth is totally different. Wealth is the millions of dollars coming in. You know what I mean? The millions and millions just past going in your sleep coming in. But I like to face rich in real life because, man, it's like, who wants to pop out and then tuck away for a couple months?
Right. So wait, how'd you come up with the rich in real life, though? Like in general?
Because, man, I got bamboozled a couple times. I'm seeing people on social media, start seeing people. I'm hanging out with people, trying to keep up with them.
Right.
Find out they don't really got it like that. I have more money than them. I'm like, oh, in real life, you're not like that.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of time, I'll be like, all right, let's go on a run. Let's go to Vegas, go to hit the club every night. Let's go to Miami and let's keep going.
You keep going.
And let's run this marathon with me.
Right.
And they be tapping out. And I'm thinking, y'all got more money than me, but really you had a lick that came up for about a weekend, and you go crazy. And I'm like, man, you doing it big. I'm looking up to you like, man, you big boy.
Right.
Kind of find out you don't really get priorities in order because you just caught a lick.
So what was the time that you don't have to say any names or anything, but what was the time that you looked up to a certain group or a party and you realized, oh, they really don't got it like that?
Man, you know what? During the pandemic, I used to go to Texas, and this one guy, man, he buying bottles, designers like that. Chef, you gotta keep up. You gotta keep up. I think your boy calling, trying to get in.
Yep.
I
Hold
think
on.
the other guest is trying to get in.
Hold on. Right. I'll be right back.
You gotta walk him in. He can just tell him how to get here.
Let me see.
I told him.
Let me see.
Yeah.
I don't even think he answered though.
Oh, 3, one on the second floor.
Yeah, walk into the door. 3, when you come off the elevator, just walk straight into the door.
The double doors.
Flip the door. It's a double door.
There are people coming in late.
The second floor?
Yes, second
Elevator.
floor.
You hit the 2 in the elevator, or you walked up?
Yeah, we hit the 2 in the elevator.
All
I
right.
hear you. I hear you. To your right there. Walk in.
210.
You know what I mean? We all got a late bird person.
You know, messing. Hey,
Hey.
it was flowing too.
It was flowing, you
You
know,
know
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying? But hey, we gonna pick it back up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Come on. You know what I mean? You must be rich in real life already, coming in late to the podcast. Disturbing the peace.
You know, just don't worry about it. Our
Right.
execs is gonna take care of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
get him settled. And
Yeah,
make sure
yeah.
he's mic'd up. Yep, cool. Oh yeah, he's good. Come on.
Well, we already live. We live, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, we live.
Come on, you just, messing the flow of the Rich Real Life podcast.
Am I messing the floor up? I
Man.
feel like I came in at the perfect time.
All right, man. So go ahead. Hey, wait, what were we at, Billy? All right, so
You
you,
gotta take your gum out
Why?
because it picks up on the mic every time you chew. Yeah.
Microphone.
Your mic. Put the mic.
Where the trash can at?
it's like you're like a bad kid.
Here, hey, here.
I'm late. I'm in day fade.
Why you bring no drinks with you, man?
I thought
I should've- we
this was
should-
a real live podcast. I thought we had Costa Azul.
I thought, I know, but let's see. That's look. I'm drinking Horditos.
I've been drinking Hennessy.
You know what? I was gonna bring some liquor, and then I realized you got a Hennessy drink, and that kid was coming to the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He always throws everything out. You know what I mean? Throw everything away. The Hennessy drinker. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see.
My phone been dead all day.
Yeah.
Went to church and everything. Went to church and day fade and all that.
Dang.
All right, cool. Now, all right, back to what I was saying. You said the story, right, about Rich in Real Life, about Houston.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm in Houston. He's like, yo, you know what I mean? We go to the club. You got to pop certain amount of bottles. And to go to Miami, we were in yachts. We were in private jets. And I'm like, man, I'm just looking at him like, yo, I'm thinking I'm the weakest link. Like, man, these guys are doing it. I think one thing they knew how to do, they knew how to, they had a little more class in going out with me, but they had more money than me. I found out later on, dude didn't have a place to stay.
Damn.
I'm in, because I used to see the dude in, I used to see him in the West Coast, right?
Right.
See him in L.A., come to San Diego, you know, flossing, iced out, you know what I mean? Then I found out he was a broker. He used to broker jewelry from the West Coast to Texas.
Damn.
And, you know, he got Pateks on, everything. So now, I'm in Houston. I'm like, how come you don't invite your boy to your house? We in Houston, you know what I mean? Like, why are we on this prestigious hotel, you know, and we not going to his house? I just say, yo, one time I asked one of his friends, like, yo, you ever been to his house? Because I don't care what flex you got, your crib is your biggest flex.
Mm.
Know what I mean, your
Facts.
crib is always gonna be your biggest flex.
Real
you can have a
estate.
dope car and all that stuff, but where you lay your head at, that's the flex. Know what I mean? So, so now, because even though you gotta think about it, some people with a Lamborghini in an apartment, they really don't got it all together. They kind of came up, they did something to figure it out, but they don't got it all the way together.
Right,
If you want a flex, you gotta have that prestige looking crib. So anyway, I was like, yo, anybody ever seen his house? And so he lives in LA. He don't live out here. I'm like, well, he in LA in a hotel with me. Like I be looking up him in the hotel because he said he live in Houston, but y'all say he lives in LA.
Right.
But I'm in LA. He said he lives in Houston, and I'm with him in both of these cities, and he's in hotels.
Priorities.
And then he got a girl, a celeb girl. He moved in with her. You know what I mean? So you know, of course, sometimes you might tell him to clean the house up and argue about leave your shoes out, you know, because he lived with his girl, so you know
Right.
he don't got no leverage. But I'm like, wow, not in real life though. I'm over here hustling, getting it out the mud in real life. I'm trying to keep up with somebody who had a lick here and there.
Oh,
That was his licks.
So that was your time. So
That's
basically
the
that was
first
your
time I'm like, oh, all right.
I really feel like fame, people like you can't go and pay your bills with fame in a sense. You know, a lot of people got fame, but they don't got no money.
Money. Some people
You gotta have both.
Hey,
Some
say
people
my
do
money.
it. My money.
I'd rather have, honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I'd rather just have both. I can't,
Right.
one without the, you can't
So-
really, like you said, I remember you saying, like, you don't want to be the dude that, you know, is waiting in line with the bread.
We gonna talk about that, some emotion and money. All right, first,
Money
who
and
you,
emotion.
who are, I mean, tell me about yourself.
Well, my name is Nova King, Novian, whatever you want to call me. From San Diego, California, former professional athlete, artist, influencer, entrepreneur. Really just got it from the mud. College graduate. Still learning, man. You know,
What you known for? When people see you in the street, what they know you for? How you get that bag?
social media.
That legal money.
Legal money where I ain't got to look over my shoulder. Social media, man. Off this phone, you know? Learned a lot in the pandemic when it sat me down, was playing overseas, played overseas for 3 years, and the pandemic really sat me down, and I really figured it out from there, and then really just been living my life ever since, for real.
Crazy how pandemic shake everybody up and say, "Hey, hold up, we gotta get up."
Right.
That's why I came with that pandemic proof. I'm like, man, you got to hustle for it in real life. You know what I mean? You got to just keep doing it. So that's what we get on now. When you say you rather have both money and motion, right?
Right.
What is? I'm gonna ask Billy because Billy's I think he can answer this great. Billy, what is motion? What is considered motion, and how can you get motion?
Man, motion for me is basically, man, pulling up to a spot. Everybody knows you. You know, you're not waiting in line. You're pretty much an influence out here, if that makes sense. People know you for the work you put in. And then they put you in this other category, especially like in the nightlife, for example. You know, I could pull up to any club. I don't have to wait in line.
Can you buy that? Can you buy motion?
No, you can't. No. Wait. I'll tell you. Wait.
You can buy it.
A little bit. You can get an influence with the money.
No. You can, come on. You can play to play, for sure.
You pay to play, but I'm just saying, when you have that motion off the mud, like I was watching this thing with my boy Tate, Angela, the guy who been influencer. He's like, you got these guys with Bitcoins spend $300,000 at the club. He said, I could walk in the club and buy bottles of water, and all eyes are on me. The guy got the motion.
Right.
So
I think it's like you can buy emotion, you can. But you can still be corny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You still got to have some personality. You still got to have some, you know, some type of charisma about yourself. You can buy emotion though. Niggas can, you go pop off for a good amount of time. Niggas gonna fuck with you, you know, off the money. But you know what like, what's your personality like? You know, what kind of foundation do you have? What's your swag like?
Yeah.
You know, you can't really buy that.
Relationships too. I think I said relationships. Motions come from relationships.
Right.
Like I said that, so I was like,
facts.
I was like, I got a relationship. STK's closed. Like, yo, can you open it up real quick? I wanna, you know what I mean? I know, open the kitchen up real quick.
Right.
Multimillionaire probably couldn't do that.
Right.
And I mean, a very wealthy person probably couldn't do that. You know what I mean? Oh, all the tables are, you know, booked out, but sorry, buddy. Oh, no, we're going to make space. We're going to move the promoter to the side, and you can sit over here and we buy some bottles. You're good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those are the motions, like, you know?
Yeah. There's a lot of niggas out here with money and no motion, though, for real. Like, a nigga have so much bread, but, you know, standing in line, no, you gotta really have that charisma about yourself, though, too, with the pape. You know, it's not just, that's why I said I'd rather have both. I'd rather be me with money, you know, because money's gonna go a certain way, motion gonna go a certain way. It's a lot of niggas with motion. And then, like you said, when the bill come, niggas is looking around.
Hey, scratching.
No, I know a lot of people. They flow off emotion for a while, and they can't. Then they live with their mama. They can't pay it for dinner, but that emotion is almost like a high. I ain't gonna lie. There was a time like I almost got a little high from having emotion. Like I was going out every night because they laid the red carpet down for me. I'm like, man, this is dope. Just for everybody to like give you that feel. Everybody want to feel like a star. But then, you know, you still gotta get the grind and get that bag.
Right.
You know what I mean? So getting that money is, you have to get the bread.
Right.
And a lot of people have these things where they be like, get your money up. How, Sway? How?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody tell me like how. They be like, get your money up. How? Tell me how. Nobody really tells anybody how to get their bread.
Gatekeeping.
Yeah.
How?
That's another thing. Gatekeeping for sure.
A lot of gatekeepers, bro.
But yeah, how? So, you know, I'm like, yo, I know I was never trying to gatekeep on this government contract thing. I was more of like, to me, it was boring. You know, I did it just to get my money, but I did it, You ever did something that's just so easy that you didn't think it was that hard to explain? Like, well, it's just, all you gotta do is that, and everybody's looking
what
like
I'm doing now.
yeah, right. And you was like, it's just,
Like-
but so you was just so easy,
Right.
and people were like, man, I don't feel like talking about it because it comes natural. I just said, Corey, I'm like, you know what? F it. I'm gonna go full throttle with it. I'm gonna show a couple people how to make their first $1 million use their brain. You know what I mean? Like I can really show you how to make $1 million by using your head and
Right.
with no money up front type shit.
You know, the thing about it is, though, like, a lot of people, you'll give them the game, you'll lead them. A lot of people just want handouts. They don't want to know how to fish for themselves, you know? And you'll show them step 1 through 100, and they won't do it.
Mm-hmm. You gotta be great.
You know, it's
That's
like
true.
it's a certain amount of it takes a real individual to really apply themselves to really do that shit.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are like, I want to do this, I want to do that, but they don't want to fall in love with the process of doing that. You know?
Well, that's why you got to figure out who you are. I would say when you're doing this stuff, even as a government contract, entrepreneur stuff, small business, you got to figure out who you are.
Right.
If you don't know who you are, you can't, because you might be the great number 2 at executive firm. Me, I know I'm a big thinker, and I leave out all the little small parts. So I need to keep somebody who could have the small parts lined up, because I'm a fumble.
Right.
But I know I'm a big thinker. But I just need to have somebody keep me in order. But I know that about myself. I know my greatnesses and my weaknesses. You might be a good worker. This entrepreneur, this world probably ain't for you. Like, you might fold when a lawsuit come in. Oh, what's going on? You might fold if if the money mess up. You might get a levy in account. Somebody might have a discrimination case against you. You know what I mean? You might fold.
Right.
Do you really want these problems?
Right.
Do you really want these $1 million problems? Or you be like, yo, you know, I'm cool with $150 a year. I don't got to worry about nothing. I go home every day. So you got to figure out what's comfortable for you.
And that's not really settling either. It's feeling like you said. Some people got to be happy with that number 2 role.
Yeah.
Because you can thrive in that. A lot of people ain't making $150 a year. You know.
Facts.
So.
Facts. You gotta when you find out what you want, and then here's the other thing. What a lot of people don't do. I'll be telling it to everybody. It's like, how much money would you make per month to make you happy right now? A lot of people don't got that number. Is it 20K? Is it 10K? Is it 5K?
You said what per month?
Per month.
month.
You gotta ask yourself how much.
Something
A
that'll
lot
make-
of people don't have that. Like, what? How much money is going to take you to make per month to be happy? Because when you visually see it, you can get it. If you be like, yo, man, you know, if I do $30,000 a month, I think I'm satisfied.
Right.
And now you got a goal to reach for.
I think, like, for me, it's I set yearly goals. Like, right now, I say, honestly, being really transparent,
Yeah.
I say about $150 a month for me.
$150 a month.
I'll be straight for this year.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I feel like I don't want to be stagnant. 150 ain't gonna be good for me 2026.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like that's just how it
That
is
man
because
said
I done got
150
150
a month.
You know,
what I mean?
150. I want 150
a month.
No cap.
But-
150 a month.
But you know why? You see the light right now. A lot
Right.
of people don't never see the light. A lot of people ain't go, like, you have to, like, see the light.
You gotta see
You know
it.
what I mean? But some people are stuck with their head down,
Bro.
not see the light. But a lot of people don't put the work in either.
Look, Chef, it's a lot of people out there who's never been on a plane, bro. Who's never been on an airplane. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you gotta put yourself in situations where you see that shit. And you gotta see it to believe it. If you don't see it
Yeah.
firsthand, you're not gonna believe it because you don't think it's done. A lot of people ain't never got their driver's license, never been on the road,
It'd be
bro.
crazy.
That
I
too.
know it'd be
And to
crazy.
live their whole life not knowing that experience. I could never be that person, bro.
But,
Could never be that
how
person.
many times we done ran into each other in Vegas?
Like,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't play, oh, what you
Right,
doing here?
right,
You know what I
right.
mean? But it's like, and that's far-fetched for some people, but us is like, oh, that's down the street. You know what I mean? But some people
Right.
like living that life. That's what I mean. I'll be happy how I'm living.
Right.
But I don't think everybody's seen the work, because sometimes I might do something. I might have to go home from the club and open the laptop and I'm like, man, I got to have this done before I wake up, so let me just do it now.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you have the discipline. But I always tell people, like, look, grind in your 20s and 30s, man. And then 40s, let's go chill.
Right.
When you grind in your 20s, it might take you a while to figure it out, but you go be all right in your 30s and 40s. But some people like, I'm a party and do nothing for my 20s and early 30s. And now 40s, I got a couple baby mamas who try to figure it out, try to pay rent. Oh, man, things are tough. Man, we got 24 hours in a day.
And then when you figure it out, and you waste your 20s,
Yep.
you party in your 30s, and then you trying to figure it out in your 40s. and you ain't really gonna live the life you deserve maybe to your 60s.
That's why I
You
want to
know
say
what I'm
money comes with age.
Right.
There's a chart I seen where it said I gotta look up that number, right? Money comes with age. It depends on like where you're at in life. When you're 40, like when I was your age, I don't think I was even making money as you guys. I was in the military, figure it out. I ain't make my first M till I was probably like 37. You know what I mean? I'm 41 right now. I ain't figure it out till I was like 35, 36. But I kept trying.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's gonna come. Some people like they do something at 20, it ain't work. It ain't work. Like nah, it come with time.
Fact.
And you start seeing what potholes I to step on. But the one that's thing is, if you can't outwork me, I'm gonna be greater than you. That's how I would say. You know what I mean? You gonna be greater. But then when I'm outworking you, I'm gonna have the baddest chicks too. No headache. Right? That's what I want to talk about too. Right? What's the two things y'all think ruin relationships? When you're in a relationship, what's the two things? Marriages and everything. There's two top things that marriages. You argue with your girl. What's the two biggest things that you live with?
Go ahead.
I think one of them is for sure competing. Like, I feel like competing. I feel like sometimes in relationships, either on both sides. Say if your chick is the breadwinner, you think that you're not man enough, or if your man's the breadwinner, you think you're not woman enough. But we in the same we working together.
So money, that's one of the biggest things. Money.
Sure.
Then you go argue if you can't pay the bills either.
Right.
So money is like one. That's what they said one of the key things in divorces.
Facts.
What's the other thing?
Honestly, I would just say, I'll say money and finances and communication. That's like, I think communication is like one of the biggest ones, but because at the end of the day, it's just like, I mean, you got to understand, you have to communicate.
Communicate. I think that's what
loyalty.
known people. Yeah, I don't think the communication.
What is it? Loyalty?
These
what
are
is
not
it?
facts.
Yeah,
These are
it's
just
not
like
facts.
me.
No, but
This is
what's
just
yours?
about
Yeah.
What you think? Loyalty?
What is it?
monogamous.
Loyalty.
Loyalty.
Right. Loyalty.
Okay.
Facts. Money and loyalty.
Money and loyalty.
Loyalty. Being monogamous ain't loyal. Like I could cheat on you, still be loyal to you.
Nah, but then that comes down to communication.
so?
Wait, but that comes down to communication though.
I can't cheat on you. I can't cheat on my girl.
But-
Be loyal to her.
No.
No.
I'm a loyal
It's not
person.
loyal.
How? What's the definition of loyal? Pull up the definition of loyal.
I think being loyal is sticking to one person. And I think, honestly, look, I'm going to be 100% transparent with you.
Yeah.
Every strong man needs a woman in his life, bro. You need a strong woman in your life, right?
Facts. That's a
And
fact.
if you feed it into all these energies,
What's that? Let
you
me
feed it
snap
into
that.
all these energies, they can lead you astray. You need a strong woman, bro. I'm telling you.
Is
do.
anybody holding
That's
your balls
facts.
on the
Nah, ain't
table?
nobody holding my balls.
Is somebody
I'm
grabbing them?
talking
serious.
about this. Steph, hey, look, I'm being from experience, bro.
Right.
You need one strong
So-
woman. Why am I gonna feed in? Look,
I'm not telling you
look,
that shit. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying this.
I'm just
Look,
saying the Lord.
I'm
look.
saying this. Why am I gonna feed into anybody else that's not feeding into me? And I'm not saying like you're like other women can't feed into you, but why am I pouring in the cups that don't matter? Why am I gonna be loyal? Why am I?
Okay, and you don't have to do
Come on,
that.
man.
You making that
I'm
$150,000
trying
a month.
to boss my woman up.
Hold up.
If I'm bossing up, I'm rising my woman to the occasion.
Okay.
Straight up.
Hey, who's under the table holding your balls?
Hey, nobody. I didn't been through it.
Hey, no, hold up. Okay, $150,000 a year.
Right.
You taking care of everything.
$150,000
a month.
Straight up.
$150K a month.
Right.
You take care of everything. Bills, everything's good.
Right.
Can you get in trouble from your girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can still get in trouble.
Yeah.
You handle everything.
Don't matter, bro. Hey, look, Chef.
Okay.
Chef, I ain't gonna say this. Look, I'm being really honest. None of this shit. We ain't taking none of this shit with us. It don't matter. You can't. You can't take none. You can't take none of this.
Are you taking your girl with you?
No, you can't take none of this shit with you, right? I'm being for real. You can't take none of this shit with you.
Yeah.
I'm not holding shit over nobody's head. If I love that woman, I'm gonna build her up. She gonna pour into me. I'm gonna pour into her. I'd rather be bossed up with one woman than to be giving my energy to all these bitches out here. I'm being real.
That's facts.
You don't want to hear
That's
it. I'm
facts.
serious though.
No,
Like, why am I going?
I want to hear it. I want
Okay,
to hear
yeah,
it.
that's facts.
Like, why the fuck will I boss up? Like, I
That's
see
a headache.
niggas with money bossing up random ass women,
and
But they
building
can-
them up
they
to
can-
what?
they can-
Okay, I'll buy you a rollie, I'll buy you a bust down,
They can
build
afford
you
to do
up.
that. They can afford to boss up 5 to 10.
Nah,
And
why
still-
not? Yeah, afford to boss up 5 to 10 when I could just boss up 1.
Yeah. And you know what happens?
What?
What?
They leave you and take you to court.
Dog,
everything.
nah.
Yeah, I mean, shit, I ain't seen that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I've
ain't
lived
seen that.
That's
Okay.
different
I'm
experience,
older
though.
than you.
That's your
I'm older than
experience.
you.
41.
I've lived.
Right,
I've been married
right, right.
twice.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Okay.
And it's crazy. You pour your heart and everything, and then guess what she does? She gets her dick sucked by somebody you cool with, and then right?
Right,
She gets her dick
okay.
sucked by somebody you cool with, and then you say, "Oh, I want to divorce you." Okay, now you have to go get a place to go stay on the couch while you still pay her bills, and you got to pay her because you took care of her so long.
Okay,
That's the law.
right.
Right.
Because guess what? The judge don't want to hear, "Oh, she cheated on me." No. Oh, you missed her.
150 a month.
150 a month. Oh no, you got to make sure you pay her out and give her a stipend. Make sure she take care of it. She sucked the gardener's dick. It doesn't matter. I don't care what she did.
Right. But hold on. This. What about your discernment and who you pouring into though?
Sometimes,
is it like
you don't know. You just don't know. You know what I mean? Sometimes
Yeah,
you
you
can
gotta
be
be
fooled. You
100
don't
on
know.
your end, right.
You don't know. You know what I mean?
True.
I done been.
Yeah.
it's one of those-
I done been goofy the fool and been. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
scary.
But it's
scary.
one of those risks that you got to take. Is life, bro.
It's
No,
life.
it's life.
You know?
No, it's
Learn
life.
from
I'm just
it.
saying.
That's
my
not you
experiences-
turn into the bad guy though.
No.
You know?
So this is how I see it. This is how I see
All right,
it.
what do you see?
Two
Let's
things,
see.
right?
Right.
That I say finance
Okay.
and monogamy.
Right.
Right. I say those are the two things that ruin relationships. Every time I have a relationship, we argued about money,
Right.
or we argued about being faithful.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. Trying to go back on that. Yeah. So we argued about money, or we argued about being faithful. So I'm like, man, you know what? In my 41 years of this life, all I gotta do is eliminate those two, and I would never have an argument. Make sure I keep getting money, and I'm gonna tell you, don't ever be upset with me if I step out. I may not never step out, but I'm not gonna argue about it. Because it's been time, I'm saying, it's been times where we had to go close the deal, I have to go get some money.
Right.
And I done did something like 6 months ago, and it came up on whatever it is, you FBI done found out about it. Now we arguing about it when I'm supposed to be getting this money.
Right.
You never seen that, like, of somebody like on some real about to get some money, and they arguing about some old, like, they going through it where they supposed to be, man, I need you to focus right now. And
Right.
you can't focus.
Yeah.
I just say, if you just be like, you know, some guys know what they're going to do. Some guys, they know they're going to cheat. Some guys may cheat once a year. They might cheat once every 2 years. Some guys going to do it every week. But I just say, if you get a bag, that's just me. I feel if you get a bag and you tell a girl, look, if you catch me messing around, it is what it is. I'm not going to argue about it.
All right. What about for the women that you messing with? Are you can they step out?
No.
Okay, then. So
That's-
it's like,
hey, that's-
I mean,
it's-
I feel like if you
it's-
taking care of, I know, you see it like this.
Yeah.
If I'm providing for you and I'm taking care of everything, and I step out, that I mean, I'm you on scholarship. I'm basically taking care of. But I'm saying this though. Are you saying there's no solid women out there? That's what is
I ain't
there
saying
solid?
there's no solid women out there. I'm just saying when they go for the gusto, they go for they go carve your heart out when it's time to go. It's a business.
I mean,
these women get away for business transactions.
I feel
We
like
are the business.
I feel like it just depends on the age and the woman though. At the same time, because
man.
no, for real, to be honest,
it's really dealing with like it's really like faith based. Like you can't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They
It's
find out
like-
there's no heaven. They be like, oh.
It's like this. It's like I
you
don't know,
already
man.
knee deep.
It's like, hey, I feel like this. You gotta control what's on your end. You can only be solid on your end, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and some shit cross your plate, you take care of it. She not being solid, you take care of it. You move on. But that don't say like, you think a woman's gonna want to be loyal to a guy, right? Okay, providing for everything. That shit don't matter. It comes down to it. Like, there's some rich niggas that some old wealthy motherfuckers that women are cheating on that's taking care of everything. But it's niggas like us, you know, popping their shit, whatever. You know, feel me? Look good, fuck good. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But that they'll be like, okay, I can't cheat on this nigga. But I'm just saying though, there's some solid ass women out there. So don't let that shit. Don't let one bad experience.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
Both y'all questions.
all right.
Is it natural for men to want, like, to be faithful? You have to talk to yourself every mirror, like, I'm gonna be good.
not
as a
talk to
man.
yourself. No.
What I'm
No.
saying is a
All right.
discipline. How do you get that
But
discipline?
it's a discipline on both sides.
it's-
But I see what you're saying. I see where
Yeah.
you're getting at, right?
I don't
be
see
feeling
no
like this.
female brothels.
All right, let me tell you this, Chef. Let me tell you this. It's one thing I feel like this. I'm gonna be faithful if my girl is filling my cup with everything. Why would I step out for a nut? I'm gonna nut. I'm gonna look at the chick like,
Okay, maybe
Oh, what a- for a nut?
maybe not you. But you know, you
For a
have
nut?
friends. We're men. We're men.
I
Let's
know
be
we're
real.
men.
Let's be
We're
real.
men.
Maybe
Everything's
not
about
you.
hold on.
Yeah.
Maybe
Everything's
not
about
you.
everything's
You have
about
friends out there.
sacrifice, though, right?
You have friends out there.
You gotta
Maybe not-
sacrifice
I-
some shit. You gonna let your dick just dictate everything? You gotta
Check this
sacrifice
out.
some shit,
You
right?
know what comes with money?
What?
What?
Do the fuck you want to do. And that's real.
Yeah.
A man making 150. A girl, look. Let's just be
All right.
real.
We can-
Let's
we
talk
can be
about-
real.
Let's talk, let's
Yeah,
don't- let's
all
not
right.
talk about loving it like that.
All right, let's
Be
do it.
real.
Okay,
So look,
let's be real.
No, I'm
check this
being
out.
real.
We'll be
How
real.
many? All right.
Yep.
How many men in this world make 6 figures a month?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Right? Hold up. You're at
Right.
a point. You're. It says the 1% in America is $540,000 a year by the IRS, right?
Right.
And I don't want to hear what about people off paper. There's a lot of broke people off paper too.
Right.
So it balances out. So now, so we at 1%, right? So say you made $500,000 a year, 1%. Now when you go to black men, no kids,
Right.
over 6 foot.
Right.
Let's just start narrowing it
Unicorn.
down.
Oh, we
Let's just start
throwing
narrowing
height
it
in it.
down.
We're
Let's be real.
throwing height. What's
Let's
up?
narrow it
Fuck
down.
good,
Let's-
nice
let's-
teeth,
let's
like
narrow it
what?
down.
Yeah,
'Cause
we-
remember,
yeah.
those plain niggas out there. Ain't no plain niggas out there with money. No,
Right,
it's
right,
not.
right,
Statistically, it's not.
Right.
But how many girls out there you could get? If I want a girl 28, brown
Plethora.
eyes, 5'5", no
Plethora.
kids.
Pleth-
Today you right there.
Oh,
you can
no.
go get 5. You can get whatever you want. You could pick. The
Right.
head, it's out there.
Right.
Right.
Because when you have money, you don't care how much she makes.
Right.
Right? So now, how many women you think will turn up? Because now some women know the ratio, know how it is.
Right.
How many women you think will turn a blind eye if you fucking up and you bringing in 6 figures a month?
Oh, they're gonna turn a blind eye.
Oh, okay.
But how long is that gonna last?
I'm just saying.
And then
You
hold
know,
on.
you know,
How
the
long
feelings
is-
get stronger and shit.
I'm
You
just
already
How long is
know.
it gonna last? And then it's like, I don't know, bro.
I'm just
a
saying,
one
no,
woman-
but
I'm just a one woman type of guy, bro.
Same here.
Look,
If I'm single, I'm out doing my thing.
Like,
but if I'm not,
you don't
if
get
I'm
tired?
what?
bro.
You don't get tired?
Yeah, I get
Tired of
tired.
what?
You don't just, with multiple women?
With just being
I'm
around
not even
energy.
doing that no more.
I'm
I
just
know,
saying.
I'm saying
chilling.
about being
No,
around
like,
energy.
I don't
You
even-
got game 41 years,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying,
41
41,
years, you've been
but
in
like-
marriages and shit, right?
But isn't that shit exhausting though?
Bro, you don't.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
yeah, I'm saying.
I'm gonna have a safety net. I
Yeah.
may not
Right,
mess
right.
around with no other women,
Right.
but don't bring no crap to me about no other women. Do you understand what I'm saying? I may not mess with no other girl, but don't bring no argument with me about another girl.
But that's when it comes
But
down
that's
to
when it comes
communication.
to,
That's
like,
all I was
territory.
saying.
No, because some
Right.
girl just makes me feel away. They know you got a
Right,
unicorn.
right, right.
Somebody tries
Yeah.
to have a unicorn. Oh my, no, hold up. And now you arguing with me about some
Nah,
shit that
facts,
is
facts.
irrelevant.
And you didn't even fuck or nothing.
No, you ain't do nothing.
Right.
You
I see
arguing
what
with me
you're saying.
about you don't
Right,
bring
right,
no
okay.
fucking.
Right,
I don't want to
right,
hear
right.
it.
Yeah.
I make too much money. I'm hustling. I'm doing what I gotta do. I put the work and time in. I am rich in real life. So don't you know what I mean?
Right.
That's how it is.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's what I'm trying to get
You
to.
just talking about carrying yourself a certain way and don't like. Yeah, I feel you. Don't
Yeah.
fuck up the pro. Like, I feel like
Don't
any
fuck- don't-
any girl that
you-
you need, she need to be a part of the program.
You ever had a friend that was arguing about how many bitches he had when he had no bitches?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Ham
That's what I'm saying.
sandwich.
So now I eliminated that. No, I don't want to hear it. I may not do nothing with nobody, but I don't want to hear it.
Right.
Don't ever bring that shit up to me, and I'm gonna make sure I get the bag. So now we not arguing about fidelity, and we not arguing about money because I'm gonna get the money, and I already told you what it is. I may not mess with nobody, but I
Right.
don't want to hear no argument about it. And then you happy for you happy you're in a happy relationship.
I see the
That's
I see the
what I
mechanics.
say.
I see the mechanics, but I just feel like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, if you got one strong woman in your life that you can reside in, I'm not saying
Well,
that. I never said that you're not. Yeah, you know.
I got relationship PTSD.
All right.
It's-
So
I'm
it's like,
be real.
I know, but I'm
That-
just saying,
I
it's
mean,
like,
yeah, you went through it,
bro.
though.
A strong woman is gonna take you from here to here, bro.
Dude, I thought I had a strong woman 8 years ago. 8 years ago.
Me too.
No.
Me
I
too.
I divorced somebody 8 years ago. Right now, I'm still fighting court battles right now for her. She done been married after me. Oh, hold up, you making money? Hold up, I need some of that. Let me figure out a way to get some of that.
Cause she's hurt.
No, why you bothering me though? I'm over here chilling. I'm over here.
Cause you rich in real
You're
life.
rich in real life.
Oh, so my work. So you need to benefit
Right.
off of my work.
That you
I mean,
gotta,
a lot
you
of
gotta,
shit come. Hey, do y'all really want to be rich in real life? A lot of shit come with it. A lot come with it. You might just rethink it because these shoes right here is real.
right. I think it's
Yeah.
easier for the niggas that just squat and
Yeah.
stay with chicks and live off the earth and have chicks take care of them because it comes with territory when you really, doing your thing.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like this though. I know you was talking about, right? You make money, you said fidelity. Those are the two things you nip in the butt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
But
because
things been
you're
good after that. Things been
I'm
happy.
just saying
I've been
this.
happy.
Look, I'm
I've been
saying this,
happy.
Chef. Look,
I'm happy.
I'm saying this. You find the right woman, right? I'm saying this. Instead of you paying for shit all the time, why don't you boss up your woman? Have her have a business. Why don't you date a hustler and not some chick that's just fucking bringing shit that's not bringing nothing to the table but
Dude.
but sex and rubbing your back and food. And what about an entrepreneur that's already established that you could build up and y'all build together? Two bosses. Where it's like you're not just paying for shit,
All right,
she paying for
where they
shit.
at? Where they
Have
at?
you ever had that? Have you ever had a chick that?
I've had that, but then
How'd it go?
But she
Tell
made
me.
me mediocre. It's
Huh?
like, yeah, a Honda is a very reliable car. But
I'm talking about-
a Honda is a very reliable car, but when I pull up on a Lamborghini, niggas like, who are you? It's a little different. I'm just saying, the Honda is a reliable car, takes care of me, ain't gonna break down. Lamborghini break down, they gonna be in the dealership for it's a little headache.
But I'm saying, what about a boss woman too? Like a woman
I'm
that.
telling you, like, as a woman, you have a boss woman, but it may be mediocre. They may be mediocre.
Right.
And I don't want to show it off the mediocre. It's not crazy, but it's like I want to show my car off. I'm getting a Lamborghini because a Lamborghini is nice. They're like, hey, who's that guy?
Right.
Right?
Oh, you saying, okay, got you. So you saying, hold on. So you saying the women that are bosses aren't the Lamborghinis typically, as
Say,
far
well,
as
a
like,
lot of women, I'm talking about my
I know from your
experience.
okay,
My
yeah.
experience. I'm not saying.
I know.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
right.
your experience.
Your experience,
Yeah.
yeah, 41
They be
years.
headaches. They say you can't do this, you can't do that.
So you ain't never met a woman that's a boss, got her shit together, met you at the top, and as a Lamborghini, as far as whatever the Lamborghini is,
The
and
mileage is probably there is a lot of mileage on that motherfucker.
What about this? What about building a Honda up and making it a Lamborghini?
I've done that. I've tried that. I've done that. And I sent her to law school. Now she's got me in court every month.
Okay.
You
just got a lot of trauma
I did
there.
all that. It's
You
trauma.
did. It's trauma, man.
I sent her to law school, and then what?
Right.
She yeah, I'm in court. Let's keep going to court.
Right.
Till them pockets run dry.
Hey, it comes with it, bro. That's just what it. Hey, like you said, 41
Yeah,
years, it comes
40,
with it.
Hey.
You know, you gotta. I don't know. It's just one of them things, man. I just think having one strong woman in your corner
Man, look,
is
yeah.
more than 20 in the stable.
Hey, talk
'Cause
to me, man.
I gotta deal with energies and
All right.
Different
You know?
energies,
So,
going crazy. What's
If
up?
y'all know me, right?
Right,
If y'all really
right.
like know me, like I don't approach women. If I date
Facts.
somebody, I usually keep them
Yeah.
around for a while.
Yeah, yeah,
Even if
yeah.
like they're not my girl, I just like I don't approach women. I chill and I like to come to me, but like I I keep the energy, but I like to be happy, relax, and but if I take you serious, I'm gonna take you serious. But I just want to be happy, man. I don't. It's when you really getting that guap. It's so many spears getting thrown at you all the time. I don't want to argue. I don't want to worry about nothing. Be pretty, be quiet, rub my back. That's cool. Yeah, I want to boss you up, but can you take the bossing?
Right.
Like,
Is it genuine?
you know what? When you at the top, you don't know what's genuine no more.
Right.
You
That's
know
what I'm saying.
how do I know
See?
who's dating me is genuine when you were already there? I don't know, but then I may spoil you, and then you're used to being spoiled,
Right.
and then I take it away from you. You cry. I'm like,
Right.
oh, you ain't want that, but really I was spoiled. That was kind of my fault because I was spoiling you and doing these.
So do you spoil initially, or is it something that it's like give me the rundown of like a chef, like, okay, you getting to know somebody, and is it you bossing them up right away? Is it something that you come with these certain standards, or is it over time, like, okay, I didn't see you put in some work, maybe I'll show some love then. Let me hear that. I need 41 years. I need to know.
So
I'm
if-
learning.
You said they put the work in.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
it you put them through some trials and tribulations, or is it like, this is my lifestyle, I'm gonna add you to it, and whoever I got in my corner, this is what comes with me, just being me.
You remember you said earlier? There's a lot of people who don't go on the airplane.
Right.
Do I go on the plane a lot?
Yeah.
If I fuck with you, I might take you a few cities, and then you be like, "Whoa, fuck is this?"
Right.
So being in my lifestyle, being in my presence, it's almost like spoiling you. Because you're eating fine dining.
Right. And it's just regular.
It's regular.
Right,
The
right,
things
right,
I'm doing
right,
is regular. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
you think I'm leading with money, but it's like,
Right,
I'm
right,
not. You just with me as I'm doing shit. This is my life.
So they think you love bombing them in a sense, but it's just you.
Yeah, you're just hanging with me.
Okay.
Anybody around me is going to be in that, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
But then you may look, and then I take it away from you, and you start crying. I'm like, oh, you just wanted me for this, but it was really my fault because I done brought you to that early. So a lot of things, I self-reflect. I'm like, oh, all right, that was on me. You know what I mean? But however, I don't have no argument about infidelity or money. And I don't remember last time I had an argument with a woman. Maybe a disagreement, but I don't remember last time I've had an argument in a relationship. That's what works for me.
And I know you told me this. This is one of Chef's biggest quotes ever that I still keep in my fucking stable.
Let them know. What is it?
You gotta have a safety valve in anything, any relationship. You gotta have your shit packed and ready. And I took that with me because you never know nowadays. You gotta be ready to choose yourself over anything. You feel me?
Yeah.
Have that safety valve in your heart.
You
like
got
it's like
but it's hard. I think I seen this thing where they said men in a relationship for love, women in a relationship for business.
right.
I don't want nothing from you. I just want to be loved.
Facts.
I don't want nothing from you. But women from younger, parents like get your man and go take care of you.
Right.
But like that's just the world we live in. You gotta accept it. So it's kind of weird. So then sometimes she's just doing her job as a woman, what's in her head, and you like, oh, what are you trying to get from me? But she may really love you, but like it's just weird. You know what I mean? So even at 41 years, I still be fucking trying to figure it out.
So you don't know what's genuine.
It'd be hard. It'd be hard to see what friends are genuine. It'd be hard.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because it's like, how do you know if you made it already? Then
Bruh, that's facts.
you don't know what friends are genuine. You don't know, and then it becomes, you know what I mean? These are things you have to deal with when you come to a certain status, being rich in real life. You know what I mean? I want to talk about. I want to go and get off the topic. Talk about something else. About you know, you could lose a business by growing too fast.
Yeah.
So,
I said, would you choose love or loyalty?
oh, we talked about that earlier.
Loyalty.
No, I think we talked about earlier. Yeah.
Nah, you
Well,
get.
I ain't gonna never had no disloyal. Yeah, that I know about. You know what I mean, it's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy because like, if my girl cheated on me, I don't want nobody to tell me. It has to go in my face.
Come across your plate.
It has to come across my plate. Like everything could be working perfectly fine.
So you don't go find shit.
Nah, that's tough as fuck.
No,
Right.
God gonna reveal. Hey, look, God is going to reveal what's dark coming to light. I'm serious. And whatever does, and it comes across your plate, you're done.
Yeah.
Completely.
Fried.
Completely.
So hey, I want to talk
So,
about
yeah,
this money round, right?
Yep.
I know y'all see some businesses, right? Even clubs, right? They'll be popping, and they just go out of business.
Right.
Like, what happened? What do y'all think happened?
I think there's no longevity. It's like you're doing stuff that is only like significant in a certain amount of time. Maybe you opened in the wrong time. Maybe you
But you said, but it was popping. I'm talking about a club. It was open, it was popping, and it closes.
Oh, well, you're not doing the things the right way. I feel like this. Maybe the employees aren't up. You hired the wrong employees, or maybe it's just you gotta keep your business tight.
Right.
And as I know, I didn't watch a lot of your stuff. It's like you can't manage it as the owner. You know,
It's a
you
lot of
gotta
moving
put the
pieces.
pieces together for them to the right pieces in there to
Be the
manage
CEO.
the shit.
Yeah.
So-
Because that one drink that somebody gives away, that shit adds up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's having the proper pieces in there to keep the business going.
Yeah. Well, what I learned. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
That's on you, though. That's you.
he said they can't even hear you, which is good.
The chain of command.
Now you have to sit next to one of them and put the mic to you, and they going to hear you.
Yeah. Just get in the middle.
You get in there.
Bring it in here.
Yeah. Oh, yep, okay.
Oh shit!
Sorry, Mike, the producer gonna be mad. He's like, hold up, you got another person.
You get in there.
We making it work, Mike.
Your wallet, you dropped your wallet too.
Yep, that's real. Growing too. So, this is what what I learned is, what you said a while ago? Yeah, what you just said a while ago. What did you say over there?
Oh, I mean,
on you.
well, this how I see it. It's on you. Like your chain, you organizing your chain of command. So from your GM to your VIPOs to your bartenders to your bottle girls. I'm speaking like the club aspect. Like you in control of that. So if you hire the wrong people, man, that's on you. Everything falls on you at the end of the day.
But he knew how to get it popping quick though.
But that's on you to do your research. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't know
order-
because you never owned the club before.
Again, that's on you.
No, that's true. That's true. So that's why I was. This is where I come around from saying is one of the things I learned in the years of business is growing too fast, right? So a person, you become a promoter, but you never had a club. You know how to fill the seats and get it in there, right? But you grew so fast, too quick. Sometimes you grow out of business because you're not hiring the right people in place. You run out of stock quick. Now your cash flow is rough because your credit cards might get held up that you can't even get the pay right. It's just a bunch of stuff. Like sometimes growing too fast
Can lead you out of business.
it can leave you out of business.
Right.
It can run you out of business, right? I'm gonna say that's to the club scene, right? I'm gonna give you a scenario what I had. And it's crazy because what's going on with the presidency right now, and it's in real life. I experienced that.
Right.
So on the borders, I had got a contract. My company, one of the companies, got a contract feeding all the detainees at the borders. Anybody who crossed the gate and got detained, I fed them through San Diego, through Campo, all the places, all the way to Arizona and Texas, El Paso, Texas, right? So we feed it. Every camp got maybe 50 people a day. So they fly them in a truck, will fly them all the way to Mexico City. And sometimes, it'll steady work. Okay, cool. We feeding about 50 people a day, right? Now, it went from when Biden took over presidency, Biden let them chill a little bit. Now we got 3,000 people in the camp.
Damn.
In each site. I'm like, man, I'm making like 40, 50 bands a day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but guess what?
Too much.
It was too much because now, hold up. All the logistics, my head is like a swivel.
Right.
Like I didn't grow from 50 people to 100 people. I went from 50, and then there was like thousands of people in the camp because Biden has this thing where he wasn't not sending them back. And I'm like, oh man, this election, this is real. I'm really seeing it, but I'm like, let me get this money. But however,
Supply and demand.
I couldn't keep up.
Right.
So I'm in El Paso, Texas, and I'm like, man, what the hell we do? We gotta have these burritos out. We gotta cook them and have them packaged and have them warmed up. Breakfast gotta be at 6 in the morning. One day, man, I think we had like 5,000 people was doing 3 times a day. We didn't serve breakfast until fucking 8 o'clock at night.
Damn.
That's wild.
Cause the breakfast had to be cooked, it had to be served on time, it had to be warm. They ended up firing us, right?
What?
And yeah, and we grew so fast. Go ahead.
Well, how do you stay ahead of that though?
That was one of the learning process. I got a contract where I said, hey, I can handle doing minimum order 50 all the way to, how many thousands. I'm like, I can handle it. And then I realized my mental capacity was maybe 1,200 people at a time.
Right.
To run smooth 3 times a day. So I'm running places in San Diego, in Arizona, and in Texas all at the same time, doing thousands of people because they had this whole rush to the border when Biden came in, and he's letting them in. And I got to keep up and feed them. So now my head is like, okay, now the logistics, everything is ramping up.
Right.
And now I got to spend more money. Remember, I'm spending $40,000 a day. I'm invoicing $40K a day, and then I'm spending so much money out more to pay people. It was just horrible. But that's why, I could have said we can't do the job and give it to somebody else. But
Right.
I'm like, man, let's get that
Yeah.
money. Let's get that money's
Right.
coming. I'm like, man, it felt like drug money. It was coming in quick.
Right.
Imagine you making $40,000 a day.
Right.
I'm like, man, this is nice.
That's wild.
But then we couldn't keep up with the quality of service.
So do you think like if say this happened, right, and you weren't fully equipped of the job, do you think it's better to say, hey, I mean, we're not fully staffed like that, to save the contract for a later future? Like,
Yeah,
maybe.
I can say, hey man, let's pass on this.
Okay.
But I was, I was testing my ability to actually do it.
Got you.
And now that's why I found out steady money is good. You know what I mean? It's like vamp it up so quick. It's just like a club. You can ramp up, and then you have all these tables sold out. It's packed every day, but you don't understand the system. All right, you could do 100 people, 200 people, but can you do 1,500 people? Have all the security in place, have the bartenders in place. You know what I mean? It's gonna run smooth as it ran with the 200 people.
Right.
So that's why I realized, like, oh crap, that's what you mean about run out of business too fast. You can run out of business.
So I remember you talking about like even for your company about the service. You know, it's like when you have that much demand, it's like what's your service looking like?
Yeah.
You know? And I know you're super big on service, so like even having that much, people that are the demand is there, but the money might be good, but what's the quality of the service?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's my service was sucking.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we were feeding 50 to 100 people a day, easy.
Right.
Easy money coming in smooth. And then when it ramped up, I couldn't say give it to another vendor.
Right.
But now my service is horrible. Now the food is getting cold. Now it's squashed. Now sometimes it's burned. You know, keeping up all that food of cooking it, preheating it up, and it was rough. And
So is all money good money then?
nah, because that money could run you out of business. Okay. You could stack up and start getting billions of dollars, and then you lose everything. You know what I mean? You gotta think when Trump. I had a little story. He's real resilient. He did this project in the New Jersey with the Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Building those buildings. He was growing too fast, and he ran ahead to bankrupt it. Because now he couldn't pay his people. Like, there's a lot of little hiccups in the construction. But he had to just, bail on it. But I'm pretty sure that was a learning curve for him of, being a $1 billion project where he had to just pull the cord. And I'm almost happy I went through what I went through.
Right.
Because if I didn't go through it, I would have had these scars to be able to tell people, like, yo, don't do that. Don't do this at home. Do it, be easy. So I got to a point right now where I'm like, hey, our goal is I just want to get 2 contracts a year.
Got you.
It's easy to contract. My goal right now is like top of the year to end of the year, let's close on 2 5-year contracts a year. Because if I'm getting 20 a year contracts, now your head is on a swivel. I got to go here, make sure this is good. And, do I have enough people on the heads for everything? So I want to grow like this.
Got you. So it's not like one of those, when people think about businesses and just life in general, right? We talk about like we pray for stuff like being on our plate, right? Like we want so much like in abundance about, I need everything on my plate, but it's like, bro, you can't even take care of what's on your plate. You just take that little small serving. Small servings are better than, somebody just putting a bunch on your plate and you not being able to take care of it and then leading to nothing. Like,
Facts.
so it's like, it's those small wins. So being an entrepreneur, so you're saying like you rather build small. It's about the small wins that'll get you there than to just go, a lot of people just want to go to the moon right away.
Nah, you gotta take your time. And you remember we got time to grow. Like I said, I'm almost 42, and I've been in this game. I've been a business owner for over 10 years. This is my 11th year business, but this wasn't overnight.
Right.
You know how many times I done messed money up and try to figure it out. And they even growing with taxes. Like, okay, well, cool. You ain't give these guys 1099s. I'm gonna put that on you. So now, you got 40,000 in 1099s that you ain't hand out. So that's gonna be your profit now. So now you got to pay taxes on that money you paid other people, and your ex-wife is gonna go give you for child support on the extra $400,000 that you didn't collect on.
Sheesh.
But that's growing. That's understanding. Like, hold up, shit, my business grew faster than my mind. Then you have to get the right coaches involved. So like, okay, cool. I have to get a lawyer, a CPA. Now you grow into a place where like, okay, I'm steady growing. I never made money like this in my life. Who do I bring in the team? But then who can I trust in the team? Because now you got to think about it. You have a lawyer, a CPA. They want to be a retainer. It's like, man, I see his books, man. He bringing in $500,000 a month. Man, just pay me $30,000 a month. I'll make sure you're good. That's not his normal price.
Right.
But he's gonna charge you. You see the numbers. So then, it's like, who do you trust?
Right.
Then you're like, man, who do you trust? I got some years ago, I had a CPA do my taxes, and I kept getting this letter in the mail saying the IRS said, hey, I owed him like $150,000. I just gave him, like, yo, man, can you figure this out? So he said, oh yeah, I write a letter to the IRS, but it'll go away. It's cool. I'm thinking it's gone. I think I gave it to him in around August time. Tell me why in October, all my money just went. I had payroll the next day. Money gone. Everything. Yeah. I'm wiring payroll the next day. to all my sites.
Right.
The payroll was maybe 40, 50,000 at a time, every 2 weeks, and all the money gone. The IRS took the money. So I said, hey man, the IRS just levied my accounts and just took all my, my government wages. He told me, he said, man, my bad. The letter was on my desk. I never mailed it out. Right? So now I told the IRS like, yo, my CPA did blah, blah, blah. Well, you hired him. Remember you were saying it's on you.
Facts.
You hired him.
Right.
Oh, you hired him. You're smart enough to start a business, so it's on you.
So what do you think about this, right? I know you was talking about like biting off more than you could chew, right?
Yeah.
So do you think it's smarter to set real, like you said, you've been in business 25 years or whatever.
No.
Is it
10
about
years.
10 years, okay. 10 years in business, 41 years old, going on 42. Yeah. Is it smarter to set realistic goals for yourself? You said 2 contracts a year, right? Mm-hmm. It's about is it, like, what would you give like a young entrepreneur like myself about goals? Like, is it realistic? I feel like some people don't have realistic goals that they set, and it's like, I want to do 15 contracts.
But you gotta get in the root. Why do you want those contracts? You get 15 contracts, make no profit, but a headache.
Right.
How much money you want to bring in? My goal is like, okay, cool. I want 20,000 a month profit off each contract I get every month, right? And my goal is I want to be able to pay myself $1 million a year, W-2 myself $1 million a year, not including the company.
Right.
So first you have to figure out your internal, like, and then why do I want that? Okay, because I want a house in Star Island, and a house on the West Coast. You know what I mean? Cars there. I want a house. That's just my personal goal. I shoot for the moon. If I make it halfway, I'm still doing good.
Right.
Right? If I don't get one in Star Island, but I got a house in Miami Beach and a house in the Hill in California, if I don't get the Rolls Royces, but I got the Lamborghinis, I went for the moon, but I got halfway and it's still doing good. But you have to know what you want internally. That's why I say you got to figure out who you are. And I think I said my son this the other day, like, I didn't know who I was until I was like 30.
Damn.
I didn't know who I was until I was 30.
So it's never too late.
That's
then.
crazy.
Yeah, like, you got to think
Never
about it.
too late.
Yeah, that's wild.
I didn't know, I really don't like to eat this. I really don't like somebody talking to me like that. Like, I came to a point where I really understood who I was at 30.
Yeah, that's crazy for you to be, doing this at 41 and not knowing who you are
Yep.
at 30.
Yep.
So that should tell a lot of people something that a lot of people feel like they gotta figure it out at a certain, like even at 20s. Like there's people in their 20s that's having midlife crisis at 20 something, bro.
No, you can't. But
You talking about you ain't figuring it out till 30.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then 31, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a private chef. And then I found out I was an entrepreneur at like 34. I'm like, oh, this what I was here for?
Right.
I was already doing the stuff. Like, that entrepreneurship is different from small business. I had to look up, like, why do I think like this? Because people be like, Chef, you're doing too much, just relax. I'm like, why am I crazy? And then they said entrepreneurs will start something, not even know how the full gist about it, but start something. Take all their money and put it into it. Just start going. I'm like, when I was in the Navy, I was doing that.
Right.
When I was in the Navy, I had a full-time job. I had a second job. I was in college full-time, and then during the daytime, I would take on collateral duties.
Right.
Like, I'll be an equal opportunity officer. I would do collateral duties in the daytime. So I'm like, why do I always put so much on my plate and I feel like I'm not doing enough? But that was the difference between an entrepreneur and that small business. So I've always been an entrepreneur, never knew I was an entrepreneur. But however, I was putting the work in to learn everything I'm doing now. Like, I was cooking, I put work in when I was in my 20s.
Right.
And I'm using that experience right now. It's like, oh, I did that for years. I know how to do that.
But I mean, coming from an entrepreneur, what clicked for you though? Like, was it just like one day you was like, man, I did so and so and so. Like, what clicked for you?
What clicked for me is when a lot of people don't know, I would tell people, I flew on private jets around the world. 13 of us in the Navy did that job, right? I had to go to rescue swimming school. Like, I had to go to culinary schools, become right now they don't call nobody cooks anymore. Everybody's a chef.
Right.
You cook a good steak, you're a chef.
Right.
And however, I had to go to American Culinary Federation and become a certified chef. I did all that, all of our, the John McCain's, all the senators and dignitaries that run the world. I was private chefs for them in the plane on the G5s, Gulfstreams.
Right.
So That's a dream job. I'm like, man, I never have to deploy. I'm just like, I'm in Singapore in the 5-star hotels. You know, they give me per diem $200 a day. You know, I'm in a small crew. I'm seeing like people who run the world. They know me personally, and they're in charge of this region of the world. So I'm like, man, this is dope. But I was in Italy, and my ex-wife, she was my wife at the time, was going through some stuff. And so she was like, yo, I'm going to go. She wanted to come back to the States. She couldn't, going through depression, couldn't be overseas, spazzing out. Mm-hmm. And I always chose my career first before everybody. That's just always me. I love to hustle. So I was like, you know what? This time I'm going to choose family first. I said, so I put my wings down. I said, I ain't going to fly no more. I'm going to give away my dream job, and I'm going to go back to the regular Navy. Right. So we get stationed in San Diego, and the shit hit. I'm like, damn. I'm waking up at 4 in the morning now, going to sleep and getting off at 7 at night. Cooking sliders, cooking. I'm in the kitchen all day, washing dishes, doing everything. Mm-hmm. 4 in the morning, 7 at night. Like, damn, hold up, reality just hit. Like, what the fuck what am I doing? This is this life? Then after I do my tour there, I'm going to have to go deploy. I said, I ain't doing this. I got to figure something out. So I started doing that private chef work, and then when I was in the farmer's market, my first independent dollar. Like, this is it. I started figuring out how to make money on my own, and it was from there. It was over. I just knew I couldn't see myself doing 7 more years of not controlling my life.
So you felt like you was at the highest level, like you said, like cooking for the people who run the world, right? Yeah, you didn't made it to the highest level of what you thought was what you wanted to do, right?
Yes.
And then you came home and was like, what's next? So that's what really.
No, I had to give. No, I gave it up because of my ex-wife.
Yeah.
Okay. So I gave it up. I was smooth selling. I could do it for life. I'm happy.
Right. So you didn't reach that pinnacle.
Yeah.
Then you gave it up, and then you was like, what? I mean, I didn't did all this. Let me invest in myself.
No, I said I had to figure it out. I was getting depressed. I just couldn't see myself. Imagine running the building and go back to being a janitor. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he was like, well, you're the GM of the building, and then you got to go back to doing janitor work, and you're going to stay there. I'm like, it's my life? Nah, I need more than this.
So
But I'm like, yeah.
So do you regret your decision about putting your wings down or what?
Nah, because I have freedom now. When I say freedom, no matter what, you still go to work for people, but like, I go to sleep when I'm tired. I wake up when I'm not.
Man, I feel that. Hey, look. Freedom is, Chef. Yeah. Freedom is everything.
Freedom,
bro.
yeah. Because you can't control time. Time runs everything. Man. We sell our time. That's what we do. When you clock in, you got to figure. What they say? You go to college, and you get out, you will see who's the highest bidder to buy your time from you. Right. That's what you do. So now I'm like, I can control time a little bit. Now when I have meetings, the meetings are on my time. I wake up when I'm playing. No, don't do anything after 10 a.m. I'm not doing anything till after 10 a.m. That's just me. I'm in control of my world, and that's a great feeling.
So do you think like people who, like you said, you was in that world where you had your wings, you was at the pinnacle of your career in chefing, or working for the people who run the world, right? Yeah. So they were buying your time essentially, right?
Yeah.
So it's like this. Do you think it was a certain ceiling? Do you think it's a certain ceiling that people have that have their time bought on and then buying and selling time for others? Like you're in a sense now.
We all sell our time. I still sell my time to this day when people ask for consulting. I sell my time.
Right.
I choose do I want to sell it. And then remember, running my business, I still work for my customers. I work for my customers because my customer can fire me. Right? So you ain't never, in this world, we're never elite.
Right. So, okay, but it's different though. Yeah. Got you. I got a great question. What's the difference of buying and selling your time now as an entrepreneur, or buying and selling your time with your wings? What's the difference?
When I was in the regular life, I go to the highest bidder. I'm like, hey man, this is what I'm qualified for. How much can I get paid for it?
Right.
I mean, 20 an hour, 40 hours. I'm going to the highest bidder. Right. And then I got to be like, all right, am I going to put up with that? Right. Somebody say, here's your number. Like right now, when I go to hire somebody, I'm going to pay you $100K, but this is what you got to do. Here's my number. This is what you got to do. You accept it or not? If not, I'm going to find somebody else who wants it. I always say, man, slavery is the smartest thing. It's messed up, but it's the smartest thing. It's controlling people's time. right now. I mean, it's like it's so messed up how it happened, but when you look at it as a business, when you just stole people's time from them and then just built something from it, that's crazy.
So you think the elites or whatever, like everybody, even like the richest person in the world, do you think they're still selling their time?
Yeah, but they sell their time, but they use their brain more. The rich people in the world, they use their brain more. They don't really have to, you know what I mean? They like I say, wealth is if you know how to bring in like a smooth $2 million a year residual. You know what I mean? But how much time can they sit down and do nothing for the rest of life? Probably can. Like right now, I get disability. I can sit back and go to Philippines, just do nothing,
Right.
and just wake up, do nothing every day. But am I happy with that?
Right. What's considered okay? I want to hear I want to hear your definition of rich, and I want to hear the regular definition of rich. What's your definition? And I want to hear the standard definition of what you think rich is.
My definition of rich is freedom. I go on a flight when I want. I'm not stressed about money. You know what I mean, I'm not stressed about finances.
The regular.
Right.
So other people rich may seem to like yachts and private jets, the wealthy look. They be like, oh, you're rich because you have all these stuff, glamorous. But my definition of rich is being free and happy, not arguing with a female every day for something I didn't do.
So you saying somebody that's working like $100,000 job that can do whatever they want, got their own house, can move whatever they want, can buy groceries, can do whatever they want. They're rich in their own realm.
Yeah, they are rich.
Okay.
Yeah, they are rich. You know, I remember it was times where a girl be like, man, he makes money. I started saying, how much money does he make? Or the girl be like, he'd be like, yo, I got shorty, she makes bread. She a nurse, she makes bread. Come to find out, you're making $70,000 a year. $70,000 a year is a lot for some people.
Right.
When the average American is making $45,000 a year, a lot of these people making $20,000 a year. You know what I mean?
Right.
How many people you know get excited? Can they get their income tax back?
About 95% of people.
Do you know how much you have to make to be able to get a return per year? A little.
Oh no!
Like I'm saying,
I ain't got a return.
You can't make a crazy amount of money. You can't make a crazy amount of money and get a tax return. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But so you making $78,000 a year. Sometimes that's rich for some people. They live how they want to live. But then you got, you making $70,000 a year. You got 4 kids, and things that's rough.
So you think that the guidelines on being rich in your realm is more so on what you see for yourself?
Yeah.
Is it like, okay,
freedom.
so that's what
freedom,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
see
like,
for myself, yeah. I can make $60,000 a year and be rich. $60,000
Right,
a year,
that's what I'm saying.
some
So-
places that's rich.
right.
Being
But not
happy
for
and
yourself
free.
though, right? It's
Oh,
like,
for my-
nah.
For me, but man, I want the
Bro,
world, man. I want to see
You want it all. Pretty much, you want
I
it
want
all.
to see high rises with my business name on the top of it. That just me, I got one life to live. Some
Right.
people don't want to do that. Some people say I'm cool if just going to work, go home every day. I'm cool. So that's where you gotta figure out who you are.
Right.
Figure out what you want. Like, are you cool with just going home every day, or you want the drop tops? So you want a yacht? You want to fly to Miami and get the best females on the yacht with you and pop bottles. That's,
All right, so I got you on that, but where do you get that mindset from though?
I think it's in me, man. I
You
really
got,
just think
okay,
it's in
so
me.
you think it's one of those things where you just got to be born with that shit?
Kinda, and then like, man, growing up, I grew real poor.
Okay.
But then it's like, it's weird 'cause I grew up poor, and there's times, my family was also doing a lot of illegal activities. So it was like this, the come up, it was like this,
Yeah.
We was poor, but then sometimes we were up,
Right.
but then we'd be back down because somebody went to jail, just things like that happen. But I used to I'm an observer, and it's one of the great qualities, but bad qualities about me is I'm judgmental.
Okay.
As a child, I would sit on my stoop, and I would look at the old guy, 60 years old, carry his bags, trying to figure out how to pay his rent at the end of the month. And I'm like, man, what would he do if he was my age? What would he tell his younger self? I'm seeing the future because I just watched the movie play out. This dude's 60 years old. He's trying to figure out how he gonna pay rent. He got no car.
Right.
Was he one of those guys who just played in their 20s and 30s? And then at 40 trying to figure it out? Now at 50 stuck? Now you behind the power curve? I say in America it's easy to make it. America, when you find out how much money you make a month, all you gotta do is Google. I want to make $20,000 a month. What jobs in San Diego makes $20,000 a month? These are the jobs. You know, I can see myself being that. What's the qualifications? These are the qualifications. Now go for the qualifications. You'll get the job. You'll make $20,000 a month.
And why isn't everybody doing that then?
I don't know if they think look at it as that simple. I'm looking at it simple. Maybe it takes time for me to be an older person to understand that. You know what I mean?
Well, I think everybody wants it now versus putting in the work, going through all the steps.
But does that mean that I don't think they want it then?
Exactly, but they want it, but they have the idea of wanting it, but until they see the steps, they don't want to put in the work.
I really think it's a skill. I think money is really like you feel like money is an energy. If you feel like you can get it, you gonna get it.
I believe it. I believe that for sure.
I feel like money is energy, man.
Man, when you have, especially when you have over like money in your account that you're comfortable with walking around, your whole energy it's a whole different energy.
I made $100K, my first $100K, right?
Right.
And I swear to God,
It's different. Confidence.
$100K ain't feel like shit.
Confidence.
And it was like the next $100K came like this.
Yeah, you don't know.
And I thought $100K was like the pinnacle. Like,
no, when you make
making
your first,
$100K.
when you make your first one, it's easy to make your second one. I went for my first million, it was easy to make my second million. But then when you're there, you be like, oh.
That's it. $1 million. That's it.
Look,
where's that?
I said, you know what my end goal was?
Huh?
10 years ago, my end goal was to own my own restaurant.
Man.
Okay.
That was my end goal.
Wow.
And I had it in La Mesa. I had my restaurant. I'm like, that's it.
Bro,
This is what it is. It's not.
It's not being satisfied.
What's the name?
I'm like, this is it.
Right.
I thought it was, then I'm like, okay, I want to make $1 million.
Ooh.
I made $1 million. Like, where the money at? I thought.
Hold on. I had a question.
Yeah,
Hold on.
hold on. I got a good one.
Yeah,
I got a good one.
Okay. With that mindset though, I feel like every time you get to that next level, right? Yeah. Is that going to forever keep going on? Like, are you ever going to get satisfied? That's what. Yeah.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Are you ever going to look back and appreciate everything that you've done, or is it going to be? Not saying that you're not grateful, but are you going to look back and like, damn, Because I feel like that's how I feel. I feel like I'm never fulfilled.
Imposter syndrome.
I never fulfilled.
So.
Yep. I learned about that last semester, and I literally called him about that.
So
I literally called him about that.
I went to I do mental health sometimes. Like I went to this mental therapist, right?
Yeah.
Psychiatrist, right? And he was telling me about it, like, yo, dude, you only got so many years of hustling in you. You got to knock it out one day. You got to just. So I said, okay. So I'm making a promise to myself. At the age of 50, no more new hustles. At the age of 50, no more new hustles. Whatever I'm doing, I'm just gonna let it ride. So that's my goal. That's why, and by the age of 50, I also want to have my doctorates.
Okay.
Call me Dr. Chef.
Dr. Chef.
You know what I mean? So Dr. Chef, you know what I mean? So everything I'm doing now, even the Chef Fest, the festival, hopefully I can grow that to sell that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everything. So, but I'm gonna chill out. You know what I mean? But I want to go to this right here real quick. This came up on Toxic Wisdom. I follow a page on the Future Toxic Wisdom. I don't know if you see that meme, right?
Oh,
it
goodness.
says 4 stages of wealth. Right? We go talk stability, strategy, security, and freedom. I want to see how y'all feel about this. So it says stability. They got a definition that says no debt, bills are paid, savings are funded. Strategy, investing, money works for you. That's the second step of wealth. So if you're in security, the third step of wealth is enjoy your money, eat good food, travel. 4, the other step of wealth is freedom. Money is not an issue. Quality of life trumps cost.
Yeah.
Do you agree on those statements?
I agree with 3 of them.
Yeah.
But what was the second one again?
The stability one?
No, stability was the first one.
Investing in money works for you.
I don't know, because sometimes it's just like
All right.
my investment is sometimes like money can't really. I like to impact people. So like if I see somebody that is in the nosebleeds and I have the money to buy them fucking floor seats, I'd rather do that.
Yeah. So
That's
somebody
what.
else?
Yeah, for somebody else, it's
you don't
rewarding.
know?
That I don't know, but like that's what. So like I guess that's
You
an
rather
investment.
give them the apple and show them the tree.
Yeah, selfless. I
You rather
mean,
give them an apple than show them a tree, though, huh?
no, I'll show them both.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like it's like,
Man.
come on, you been there. Like
You know what?
You been, huh?
I've been there, and I also did some stupid shit to mess my money up, so I couldn't go to the floor. So now you done came and saved me after I did some dumb shit, and you don't even know I did some dumb shit.
It happens though. But
You
at
know
the
what I
end of the
mean?
day, that's fulfilling for me though. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. You know what? You know when I think I knew I made it?
when.
Man, it's a flex. When I go to the mall and I don't look at the price tag.
I mean,
Have you done that?
I've done it. Yeah,
Is that a good feeling?
it is. That's
You never-
money's
like-
confidence.
You know, is it a good feeling, man? Cause I remember like, nah, I ain't getting that's just so. I'm looking at the price and everything, but to be like, I want that, ring it up.
What about when the bill comes and you don't look at it?
Yo, all right, yo, hey, I did that as a girl. Look, I was going shopping with Shorty, right? I was going shopping, and I was like, yo, you want something? You pick yourself something out. The dress came out, and I'm ringing it up. Tell me why that dress was 2 racks. It
No
looked
siree,
so
Bob.
simple.
No siree, Bob.
I know, right?
I'm like, but I had to like just go with it. It was rough,
Yeah, it was rough.
but I was doing it for myself. But I'm like, man, yeah, you know what I mean, man. But this is a good talk, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We gonna start coming in. Go ahead, Olin.
No, I was about to say, you know, so you said when you get 50 or whatever, like, do you still want to own a restaurant?
Not me owning and working it. Maybe I probably won't own a restaurant. Nah. Maybe I own a concept that people buy from me. You know what I mean? But my hustles, I got to stop sometime. I'm 50. I'm still going to have my regular companies going. Hopefully my kids can take it over. But I just want all my money just to flow in. You know what I mean? All my money just to flow in and just do it like that. You know what I mean? So... But yo, we gonna wrap it up, man. Rich in Real Life. Appreciate y'all coming through the Rich in Real Life podcast. Now I mean, y'all know y'all been telling me get on this, but we finally here.
We here
You know
now.
what I mean? We here now.
We here. We finally here.
Great time.
All right,
Great
cool.
time.
All right, I'm
Real
gonna
gems.
shoot some more when I come back from Jamaica, man. We out. Appreciate you.
All right. Appreciate it.
Rich in real life.
Got so many motherfuckers hating on me.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
My money never run out.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
This ain't no come up.
Cause I'm rich in real life.
City to city.
Like, you know,
Rich in real life.
Got so many motherfuckers hating on me.